New York, and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning. On Hot 97.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Here we go.
Rachel Dolezal is back.
What? What happened?
She says, quote, I, too, am a Nine Trey Blood.
Shut up. Shut up.
Sorry, we were having too much fun with the Tekashi 6ix9ine jokes this morning. One of my favorite memes that's out there is the prosecutor says, anything else, Mr. Hernandez? 6ix9ine tells the courtroom, I forgot to tell you Florida Mayo is letting people leave with nutcrackers still. It's terrible. It's terrible. But I want everybody to pay attention to what's happening. There's two things happening in this court case that we're watching unfold. Well, there's several things, but I want to focus on two before I get to the other things. One, the prosecution is bringing up these names.
The other rappers' names.
The other rappers' names.
Cardi, Jim, etc.
He threw shade at Jim, confirmed in his mind that Jim was affiliated, and also brought up Cardi B. I think there was other names in there too. The reason they're doing that is because this is a federal case and they have reason to believe and they're trying to get other people, and he's helping that situation. What also is happening is the defense is trying to show that Tekashi's a liar and he has no credibility. Because that's why they're bringing up, if you saw this in the transcript, the defense brought up to Tekashi, so by you cooperating, you could potentially be out of jail in 2020. He said yes. They're basically painting a picture that he'll say anything and do anything. They even brought up his trolling on the internet, the other things he's lied about.
Yeah, I mean, he said as soon as he got arrested, he began cooperating right away.
So my bit of advice to everybody out there who continues to chime in that this one is not this and this is that, is to shut the F up, fam.
Seriously. Please.
Stop trying to jump up on the internet and say who is and who ain't. Because how do you know? This is federal time we talking about. This is a federal case. I'm for all the jokes. All the jokes. All the jokes about, look, I'll forgive Tekashi 6ix9ine if he snitches on Trump. I'm for all that. The MAGA hat means Nine Trey Blood. Now, I'm for all of the jokes if y'all want to do all the jokes. But people trying to help with the messaging, stop, man. Y'all got to stop. Because this is crazy. I never seen anything like this, guys.
Yeah,
I done seen a lot.
Yeah.
I've been doing this I've been doing this longer than you. And y'all need to stop and shut up. Now, is it true Troy Ave showed up to sit in the courtroom? Is that a true thing?
I read that too. True? Why? I don't know.
It's very strange. Yeah, I was thinking about Troy Ave because Troy Ave, there is a relation between Troy Ave and Tekashi. Meaning like Troy Ave, decided his brand was going to be a certain lifestyle also. Now, I'm not questioning whether he had any affiliation at any point with that lifestyle. I don't know. All I know is the public persona was a certain way, right? And it played out really badly. It ended up having a really bad circumstance occur. Someone lost their life. Someone went to jail. He ended up getting shot. It was a really bad circumstance. And it's like the Tekashi version, you could call it better or worse, depending on how you look at it, but it was like another more extreme example of this brand that you're portraying publicly becoming something that's just out of control. So I thought it was ironic when I saw him there. I was like, I never really thought about them together. But they're both New York stories that have this terrible climax.
Well, the one thing I think everybody should focus on is, there are so many artists out here who have made their path to success in music by not trying to perpetuate a lifestyle that they're not a part of. Right? You got rappers that are called weirdo rappers or nerd rappers now. You got kids that is out here just dancing and having a good time, making a way for themselves in music. There's a lot of different things. And getting, I know there was a period in hip-hop where getting that street credibility stamp was super important, where it was like, yo, you real, son, yo, the hood, this, the streets, that. It's not that way anymore. And if you're not of that lifestyle, there's no need to perpetuate that. And I know people who are of that lifestyle and still choose not to perpetuate that in their music.
Because why bother?
Because why would I want to do that in music? If that's my real life, why would I want to get into music to have fun?
Speaking of which, can we hear the best 6ix9ine jokes? Because that's what I was most focused on yesterday.
You want to focus
You know,
on the best?
I don't normally get excited about like Twitter trends with jokes in them where everyone's making fun of one thing, but the Tekashi ones were pretty amazing.
Well, my favorite was Fonte from a group called Little Brother. He writes good comedy too and skits.
Yes, he's a very funny dude.
Said Tekashi 6ix9ine has more features in his testimony than he does on his album.
Facts.
It's fire. That was fire right there.
And facts.
Super facts. Judge, you're looking at 40 years. Tekashi, Your Honor, have you ever noticed the color of Trump's hat?
Right.
Great meme. Great meme.
Well, because was there actually a moment though when they said you're looking at blank amount of time and he brought something up?
Well,
Or
no, they said if you cooperate, you're good. That thing about him getting out in 2020.
Got it.
They brought that up. That actually did happen in the transcript.
And is it still going today?
I know Lisa Evers from our Street Soldiers program is down there, so they could be hearing some more testimony. Maybe there's some closing remarks and things like that.
Well,
but
did they get to the end? Well, do we know if they were at the end? We don't know. He's done?
I think he's done.
Man. I needed more.
You wanted this to go on for another? It was getting too crazy, bro.
There was one more day.
That was too crazy.
Of memes?
No, just the whole thing is too crazy.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And, Laura brought this up earlier. I'll reiterate it now. The individuals that financed a lot of this craziness from the record label side. There's no accountability there. And we've talked about this on the show from back when everybody was mad at me.
Yeah. It's just, don't you think, like, what role did they play? They were all over Tekashi when he was on top and he was hot and he was making music and selling records, right? But right now, it's a lot of things that we should just kind of like, you should ask these questions, like, what happened to them?
And, with 50 Cent out here making jokes, I saw Tekashi's baby mom go at 50 Cent yesterday. Did you guys see that?
No.
I saw 50 post a meme that was funny, though. And
Why'd she go at 50?
Because of the meme?
No, because 50 was embracing him and, showing him love. And she was like, you're a part of the problem, too. So it's a mess out here, bro.
Yeah, it's messy.
Super mess.
What a terrible impact Tekashi had on the game. Was there any positive that came from it? If the most positive thing was Fifi, I need questions. Because there had to be something. Because musically, he started. I feel like he started getting a little better when his album came out, but it wasn't great. So musically, there was never anything great. He couldn't rap, and all we got out of it was crime, snitching, beef,
and Instagram memes. Everybody does everything for likes, Rosenberg.
So no, from a clout standpoint,
the memes yesterday. And by the way, New York City, we should be embarrassed. This is embarrassing. Y'all can act however you want. Oh, the music was hot. You should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. It's Hot 97.